Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new series I had been thinking of for a while, but I wasn't sure how to start it off on the right foot. But then it hit me. Why not familiarize myself with a movie that has themes I'm already familiar with? Rex, just cut to the chase. Well, first of all, here's the thing. I have never seen this movie ever in theaters. So today literally was my first time seeing it. And despite what some reviews say, IGN, here's looking at you, you fucking assholes. Hold on. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about doing this because I've never actually done a review, like a full-on review on my channel. I mean, the first time I ever reviewed something while doing it was Sonic Forces. I thought that game was good. I know I gave it a 10 out of 10 initially, but that's just because of how much I enjoyed it. My overall rating, however, is a 9.5. Don't judge me. But we're not talking about Sonic now, are we? We're talking about another Marvel made by the one and only Steven Spielberg. Now, Stephen King, he makes horror stuff. Like it, which I'm not into horror, but I am talking, of course, about Ready Player One. Also, sorry about looking down over here. It's my laptop thing. Yeah, it's right here. Anyways, what to say about this movie? For starters, the cast is spot on. So, the main character, Wade Watts, who goes under the guise and virtual character Parzival, badass name by the way, is on a mission to get 3 keys for a contest, and the contest is that if you find all the keys, you'll claim a prize of a large stock and yada yada yada. You're probably thinking, oh, well, the way you said that makes it seem like that movie wasn't good at all. Quite the contrary. This movie, oh, baby. Oh. For those who think that this movie isn't very good, I understand that. You have your own opinions, I have mine. But my opinion, like I said earlier, this is one of, if not the best movie I have seen in years. Years. Take that into perspective. I'm 21. So I haven't seen a whole lot of epic movies that blew my mind. Like, some of the ones I have seen are Forrest Gump, before anyone asks, no, Transformers is not it, because Michael Bay is a sucker for explosions. Let's see. I know I've seen a few great movies. Oh yeah, there was The Incredibles 2 that I've seen, but I don't have that physically because it's still in theaters. I know there's Tron and Tron Legacy, which I've seen those, like, the original Tron, I saw it a long time ago, but it was actually more recent than Tron Legacy, because I first saw Tron Legacy, I think it was December of 2009 or something. But, yeah. I could say there's a lot. There is definitely a lot of epic movies that I have seen that are some of the best I've seen in years. No question. But anyways, sorry for deviating off the topic. You're probably thinking, so what else is there other than Wade Watts and his character Parzival? Well, we got the female love interest in the movie who is Artemis. His real name is Samantha. We got H, which is played by... Actually, I don't think they revealed that one character's name. There's the two brothers. Bear with me, I've only seen this movie once, but I still remember a lot. Partially because of the fact that I saw this movie just a couple hours ago. But, yeah. So, what hasn't been said that I haven't said yet? For one thing, the CGI was breathtaking. Like, I know this is Steven Spielberg, meaning CGI is going to be great. You know, this is the same guy that did fucking Jurassic Park. Of course it's going to be amazing. But how he did it in this, it's outstanding! I can't even put it into words how amazing it looks in this movie. So we start off in the stacks, which are just a whole bunch of trailers stacked up on each other, making this sort of pseudo metropolis of trailers. Yeah. For those who have already seen the movie, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those who haven't, just be aware there are some spoilers, but I'm not going to be like, I'm going to explain everything to you. Because I really want y'all to see this movie. It is fucking amazing. I'm sorry for cursing a lot, but it's true. This movie, I can't even put it into words how amazing Ready Player One is. And again, I know some people say, oh, well, it's not as good as you say. And I get it. People have their own opinions. My opinion, at the very end of this review, I will literally tell you what the review score is. I know I'm not the same as IGN, where some big corporation being paid for reviews. And I'm not saying I have to be. I'm just someone who enjoys gaming media, movie media, music media, but I don't review music. But yeah, all I can say is, yeah. Anyways, so, of course we all know that Wade Watts is the main character. Yeah, basically, I'm trying to explain the story as best as I can. I'm not going to go through all the events in order, going like, this happens, and this happens, and this... I'm just going to give you the consensus of what all happens in the movie. So basically, the story focuses on the titular character, not titular, but the main character, Wade Watts, played by... fuck, I don't remember. I'm not saying this movie wasn't memorable. It's just, it was so cool, it just blew my freaking mind. I will say, though, his character, outstanding. They nailed the performance. The female character, Artemis, both the movie's game character and the actual actress that you get to see in the movie, like playing the girl Samantha. And yes, I had to say her name because they will show it at some point. It's not one of those, oh, you're spoiling it. I mean, it's not really a spoiler if you had to know what the character's real life character is. By real life, I just mean like real life in the movie standards, not real life like in our world. Then we have H. I'm just going to call that guy H. But, he's that guy who has, like, all those cybernetic augmentations and all that stuff. Awesome performance. Then we have I hope I don't sound racist for saying this, but I'm just gonna assume they're no, not giant. I almost said Chinese. Japanese. Sorry. The two Japanese American guys, or just Japanese, their performance was amazing. The fact that they were playing as a ninja and a samurai, and that actually translates to their characters, like to their real life characters in the movie. Steven, you thought of everything! But throughout the movie, you get to see various things that the characters do. The first thing that you see is a race, and later on it's revealed that in that same race, there's a secret to get the first key of 3. So basically, the movie is about the characters trying to find the 3 keys, but as with any movie with any sort of villainous entities within the movie, or in this case corporations, we also have to worry about IOI, or Innovative Online Interactions, or Interactive, I think. Innovative Online Interactive, or I don't know. Again, here's the thing. Some people can say, oh, well, you're trying to remember them, but the movie was too unmemorable. It was very memorable. I'm not being sarcastic there. The movie was outstanding. The thing is, again, I've only seen the movie once, so I haven't seen it enough times to have every single bit of knowledge stored in my brain. But I will say that the antagonists of the movie were very thought out. They were played as a sinister organization, although they have some products that the characters, like the protagonists in the movie, ironically use. And no, they don't end up destroying them, they still use them. But, like, the corporation is also trying to get these keys. It's a nut fest. It's a good nut fest, but it's a nut fest nonetheless. I also realized that kind of rhymed. But, yeah, so we got... I'm just going to do this in categories. Story, outstanding. The fact that they're blending in this whole video game-esque world with real life, and how this corporation is doing whatever they can to stop the protagonist from fulfilling their mission of getting all the keys and doing all that stuff. Which they do. They do. I'm not trying to spoil the whole thing that happens, but as everyone knows in a movie that has a protagonist and an antagonist, the protagonists always win. No matter what. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, so the story was definitely nailed down. Characters, in terms of design and performance. Wade Watts and the other characters of what they call the High Five Clan, perfect. They nailed their performance in both the live-action characters for the real-life segments in the movie to the virtual ones in the Oasis. Which, by the way, the Oasis, why can't we have that in real life? Why can't we have something like the Oasis in real life, where you just put on something like a headset, and you're just like, dude, I'm meeting so many people. I know there's VR chat, but we need something that's exactly like, the Oasis. The fact that they have a huge virtual world in the movie, probably with its own lore that they will most likely expand upon if they ever do make a sequel. Which, by the way, Steven Spielberg, get on that, dude. This movie demands a number 2. Ready Player 2. Press start. Oh my god. I swear, I'm not even trying to do sarcasm or anything. These are my legitimate feelings about this movie. I absolutely loved it to bits. But yeah, the character performances in both the live action and the virtual, segments, nailed it. Then we have acting, like in terms of voice acting and stuff. It was extremely well done. I'm not even going to exaggerate it. It was extremely well done. The antagonist, like, the main antagonist was just this big bad, businessman. He acted in a way that you would believe from an antagonist in a mega conglomerate organization. I don't know if they're a mega conglomerate, but okay. Anyways, yeah, so if anything didn't go his way, he would try other ways to try and succeed in his mission. And the main protagonist did the same thing. Like, for example, in the hunt for the keys, if something didn't work out the first time, they would think hard about what they would have to do, and they wouldn't just back down from the challenge. They would keep going at it until they actually got it. And that just proves that, yeah, Steven Spielberg has still got it to this day. Seriously. The dude's a legend. Okay? No, the sniffling, like, I wasn't crying, it's just, I guess it's allergies. But yeah, so, voice acting was definitely well done. Then we have the music. Yeah, did I mention this movie has tons and tons and tons of pop culture references? And that leans into the entertainment factor of this. Let me write it down for you. Great songs all throughout the movie. In fact, the opening scene plays that song that goes like dun 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 dun. I don't even know what that song is, but I love it. Then we have this one song that I've been hearing sometimes called "Everybody Wants to Rule the World." Man, you see where I'm going with this? The fact that they put those kinds of songs in this movie to encapsulate the kind of vibe that they were going for. Nostalgic, yet new. For crying out loud, the movie takes place in 2045. That's a lot of future. Yeah. So in other words, this movie, music is very well done. Even the orchestrated soundtrack that you hear throughout the movie, it fits in moments from emotional moments, like if something bad happens, to high energy, action. There's more. Whenever things get suspenseful, they play tense music. Like, I'm not making this up. They have everything that you would think of. You got action music, you got suspenseful music, you got sort of music that you would hear whenever you're like thinking of something. Like, I don't know how I'd describe that, but it's probably like I don't know. But it's some kind of music you would hear whenever you're like thinking real hard about something. Seriously, the list goes on and on and on. Like, the music is just outstanding, from licensed soundtracks to music that they thought of and made for the movie in times of action. And finally, we have the overall score. My overall thoughts and feelings about Ready Player One. Overall, this movie was impeccable. This movie, I can't even put it into words how great it is. And like I said a couple minutes ago, like at least 20 minutes ago, or actually 20 minutes ago, or I don't know. I definitely recommend the movie. It is one of, if not the best movie I have seen in literally years. So my overall score is a 10 out of 10. Steven Spielberg, you outdid yourself, man. Yeah, that is my review for Ready Player One. I'm sorry if this isn't what you thought of whenever you saw the title Rex Reviews. Because, like, again, I've never done a full-blown review on my channel. Like, its own video, or stream in this case. I only did a mini review for Sonic Forces, and I gave that game a 10 out of 10. I didn't really mean it, I just said that I gave it a 10 out of 10 in terms of, like, entertainment, because I thought it was a very fun game. My actual score for the game, like I said earlier, is a 9.5. But Ready Player One, I did not see any issues with anything. There were tons of Easter eggs from characters from various games, including Duke Nukem. Yeah, he's in the movie, but only for a brief moment before being obliterated by a character's gunshot. You've got Master Chief and other characters from Halo. You've got freaking Tracer from Overwatch. Yeah, Overwatch. And for those thinking, oh, I thought the movie was supposed to capitalize on the 1980s stuff. Again, the movie takes place in 2045, meaning because of that, stuff that happens in our world as of now, that could be in the movie too. It's not one of those things that are bound by what it wants you to feel. It can make people feel like, oh, hey, that's cool, they have this character, they have this character. It doesn't just have to have that kind of retro vibe. It can have something new too. And that's something else I admire, is that it's not a full-blown nostalgia fest oozing with, like, Pac-Man or Super Mario Bros. From the 80s or anything like that. It's dripping with modern stuff as well. For example, we've got Gundam. Actually, Gundam has been around before the 1980s. I know there's Back to the Future. And again, that was 80s. Yeah. I can't think of... Oh, right, there's Duke Nukem, there's Halo. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of Easter eggs. But yeah, like I said, I highly recommend getting this movie if you haven't already. But if you have already gotten it and you've seen it, let me know what you think. Anyways, with that being said, and I'm very sorry for looking away from the camera every now and again, I'm just bored. I'm not saying this review is boring. I liked the idea of doing a review. It's just I'm nervous because I've never done it before. But yeah. So with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, then please like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications in case you want to, stay up to date with the channel. Let your friends know about it too, so that way they can check it out. And yeah, as always, I love you all very much, and I will see you guys next time on I don't know what to do next, seriously. All I know is this wasn't cheap. I am broke, but it was fucking worth it. Yeah, 10 out of 10, man. I don't care if I spent almost all my money on that movie. It was worth it. I'm not joking, it was really worth it. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.